Noticing the sensations in your body, the feeling of your legs against the earth, the weight of your pelvis. Breathing all the way down into your belly. Releasing any tension through your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Using your exhale to settle, to soften. And using your inhale to find a little more space and expansion, like there's a string lifting the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Let's take 3 to 5 more breaths here, noticing without judging, allowing ourselves to be just as we are. With your next inhale, join your hands together at your heart, bow your head. Feel free to join me in one Om. Invite in a deep breath. Om. And with your exhale, you can release your hands, open your eyes. We are going to start on hands and knees. You can have a block nearby. If you don't have a block, you can use a water bottle or just something that can help you possibly reach the floor for some upcoming poses. For now, we're going to start with cat-cow. This is my favorite way to start. Inhale, arching your back, melting your heart, looking up. Exhaling, rounding your spine, hollowing your belly. Inhale, sliding your heart through into that cow pose. Tailbone lifts up, chin lifts up. Exhale, scooping the tailbone, hollowing your belly, really drawing your navel up towards your spine. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Find a neutral spine halfway between those two places. Let's walk the right foot back, just tucking the toes under, stretching back through that heel. Pushing your hands down and forward. Switching sides. Left foot back, toes tucked under, pressing that heel back, pushing your hands away. Let's take the right foot back to meet the left so we end up in a plank. Try to scoop your belly button in, reach your tailbone towards your heels. We're going to lean forward and lean back 3 times. So I'm just rocking over my toes in a plank. Exhale back. Inhale forward. One more time, come forward. And we're going to slowly lower, bending those elbows back by our sides. Tuck the toes. Untuck the toes. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale up into cobra. Drawing your shoulders back and down. Exhale, heart to the mat. Let's come up on fingertips. So I'm going to take my hands wider than my sticky mat. Point the elbows up towards the ceiling. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale up into fingertip cobra. If it feels good for you to add some movement here, you can turn, look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Lift up through the middle. Exhale, lower down. Interlace your hands in your low back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale up into a locust variation. This is Shalabhasana, reaching the hands towards the heels, drawing the sides of the throat back. 2 breaths here. Inhale to float up higher. Exhale, try to hold that position. Inhale, float up higher. Exhale, lower all the way down. Hands under the shoulders. Press back to child's pose. Sitting back on the heels. Big toes touch. Knees can separate apart. Take a moment here, resting your forehead on the mat. And with your next inhale, we're going to find downward facing dog. Hands are wide, shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers, claw the floor. Inhale, picking the knees up. Stretch your hips back. Let's just walk the dog a little bit, pedaling one knee and then the other. Take another moment for a deep breath. Stretching the thighs back, pressing your hands down and forward. With your next inhale, looking at your hands, let's step the feet forward to Uttanasana. So forward fold at the top of the mat, separating your feet as wide as your hips. Inhale, let's come up halfway. You can use a block here if you need to. Exhale, bow. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, let's rise up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, puff up with the breath. Exhale, dive forward. Bend the knees as you bow over the legs. And then really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take your hands overhead. Maybe start to straighten the legs. Head just hangs. 1 more deep breath. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat. Looking up. Inhale, step your left foot back to a lunge. Pause on your fingertips. Spread your toes. Inhale, rise up when you're ready. Let's sweep the arms up by the ears. I'm going to reach over, grab the left wrist. Pull up and lean to your right. So you're side bending to the right, opening that whole left side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward. Bend the knees, step or hop lightly to the top of the mat. Bowing into Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise to standing. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms down. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, rise when you're ready. High lunge. Grab the right wrist, pull up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Try to draw your navel back. Reach out through that right heel. Really open the right side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa. So that's either all the way down or part way down. If you want to come up into upward facing dog, Straightening the elbows, coming onto the tops of the feet. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and pull them down your back, like you're trying to drag your hands to your feet. Retuck the toes, downward facing dog. Gazing at the hands, step or lightly hop forward to Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Interlace your hands in your low back. Switch the clasp from last time. Inhale, puff up. Soft bend in the knees. Exhale, dive forward. Arms reach up. You might begin to straighten your legs by pressing your thighs back. Try to keep your belly close to your thighs. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat. Step back or hop back, plank, or if you're going to chaturanga, it's triceps level with the back. So I'll show this 1 foot back, 2 foot back, lean forward, lower down halfway. So my elbows, my triceps are level with my back. Pull the heart through. Straighten the arms. Come onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Your thighs should float off of the floor. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. You can always skip that variation and stick with lowering to the floor and cobra. In down dog, bring your feet together. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, let's bring the right knee to the nose. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right knee to right arm. And lift it up. Right knee to left arm. And lift it up. If you want to add a challenge, I'm going to take my right knee to my right arm again. This time I'm going to bend my elbows like Chaturanga Dandasana. And then I'm going to press it back to down dog. Let's do the same thing on the left. Like a little push-up and press back. Let's step that right foot all the way through. Bring the left heel down. Warrior one. So back heel is pressed down into the mat. Inhale, lift the arms. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back plank or one-legged plank. Flow through your vinyasa. In down dog, bring your feet together. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left arm, and take it back. Exhale, knee to right arm, so we're twisting, and take it back. Option to add the push-up here, so I bring it forward to the left arm, bend the elbows, and then I press back. Second side. To the right, bend the elbows, and push. Let's step that left foot all the way through. Right heel comes down, warrior one. Finding your breath again. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank or one-legged plank. Flow through a vinyasa. Both feet on the mat. Look forward. Step or hop the feet to the hands and bow. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sweep your arms out and up. Let's sit down into chair pose. So stretching your hips back. The toes get light. Your knees stay behind the toes. Keep your weight in your heels. Stretch the arms up. We're going to sit a little bit lower. Exhale, sweep just the arms back by the sides. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Legs stay the same. 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And then we're going to dive forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Option to flow through a vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. I'm going to bend my knees. Place my hands. Step, float, however you want to get to plank or chaturanga. Find upward facing dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Feet together. Inhale, come onto your right hand and the pinky edge of your right foot for side plank. Now you might choose to drop the right knee down instead. I'm going to show this on my edges of my feet, lifting left arm up. To make this easier, right knee can come down or right foot can come in front of the left foot. Try to work feet stacked in line with the right hand. And look up. This is Vashisthasana. One more deep breath. And exhale, left hand to the mat. Downward facing dog. Second side, flip the feet. Lift the right hand. You might come onto the fingertips first. And then lift the arm. Looking up last. And with your next exhale, lower your hand. Downward facing dog. We're going to step the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee. Turn the right toes out for lizard. So work the elbows either to a block on the floor, on the inside of the right foot, or trying to get left elbow down and then the right. Stretching into the hips. Let's take 3 breaths here. Make those breaths nice and long. Slow down the breathing. Good. We're going to work the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Option. Taking that right hand out to the side. Take one more breath here. Unwind the arm. Coming into pigeon prep. Bring the right foot across. Come onto the pinky edge of the foot. Lower the right knee down. Aim it for the right wrist. Your left heel and left knee should be on a straight line. And then you can come down to your elbows. Three deep breaths in pigeon prep. With your next inhale, come up to your hands. I'm going to give you the option to add a thigh stretch here. Not everyone will enjoy the thigh stretch in pigeon prep. So option A will be to bend the knee, reach back, grab your foot, and pull your foot towards you. If this does not work for you, option B will be to send that right leg back, come all the way down to your belly, and reach back, grab the left foot, either with your forehead down on the floor or your right elbow forward, propped up on that right elbow. Okay, let's take one more breath wherever you are. And then gently release. Down dog. March it out. Second side, left foot forward, right knee down. Turn the left toes out. Work it down to the elbows for lizard pose. You can turn the toes out to give you some more space in the hip joint. Might make the pose more accessible. And if you can't reach the floor, the block on the inside of the foot, always a great choice. One more deep breath. We're going to add that shoulder behind the knee option. So I'm going to work my left shoulder behind my left knee and take the left hand out to the side. One more full breath. Unwind. Place your hands, heel toe, left foot across, pigeon prep. Sometimes you don't have enough space and you have to inch that right knee further back. That works too. Left heel on the line with the right knee. Very important. Work down to the elbows. Trying to make your pelvis level. So you shouldn't be leaning to one side. Okay, so get that right hip to come down towards the mat. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. Coming up with your next inhale for the thigh stretch. If you'd like to transition onto your belly, I showed that on the other side, more of like a frog pose, go for it. I'm going to stay here for king pigeon, bending that right knee, reach back to find the foot, pull the foot in, spin your belly to the left. You might take the left arm up. I've got my foot in my elbow crease so I can work into mermaid, clasping the hands. If you prefer to work the thigh stretch deeper, you can aim that inner heel just for the outer hip. Let's take one more full breath. And release. Step back to down dog. Flow through a vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Open your feet wider, turn your toes out for malasana. Bending your knees, sitting your hips towards the floor. Bring your hands together at your heart. So sitting in this deep squat isn't everyone's favorite thing. So if you need to modify by having a block or a blanket underneath the heels, that's a great option. That way, if your heels don't comfortably reach the floor, you can prop them on something. Let's take another deep breath here. Optional challenge pose, Bakasana Crow. So I'm going to work my knees high up on my arms, placing my hands shoulder width apart. Having a block in front of you is a nice way to have a crash pad. You'll see in a moment what I mean. So I'll lift my hips up high. I'll bring my knees high up on my arms. Lean your weight forward. Lift one foot and then maybe the other one. So the crash pad is if you have to bring your head down to get your feet to come off of the mat. You can do that easier with a block. And then work on pulling your forehead off of the block. Either stay here or float back. Chaturanga. Up dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop forward to Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Lower the arms by your sides. Stand in the center of your mat. Standing balance poses, everyone's favorite. We're going to stand on the right foot. Bring the left knee up. We're going to start actually by clasping the hands behind the left thigh and standing up tall. Find your breath. We're going into Ekapada. Ekahasta Padottanasana. I'll have to check the Sanskrit on that. We're going to hand to big toe pose. So you might stay right here with the hands behind the thigh and begin to press your left leg towards straight. Or wrap fingers, index and middle finger to the inside of the big toe. Cover those two with the thumb. Right hand to the hip. Now stretch the leg out. Either stay here or lift the right arm. Try to find something to look at that's not moving. Take another deep breath. We're going to open this. You could bend the knee first, open the arm, and then worry about straightening the leg, or take the arm forward, open arm and leg at the same time. Take another deep breath. Standing up tall. Come back to center. Release. Second side. Standing on your left leg. Feel free to use a wall here if this is challenging for you today. We'll start by lifting the right knee. Hands can be clasped behind the thigh. Or go for that big toe, hand to big toe pose, right? So clasping, index and middle finger, and then working the thumb over top. With your next inhale, slowly straighten the leg. Maybe lift the left arm. We're going to open the leg next. So remember, you can bend the knee first. I'm going to open my arm and leg at the same time. Now my right hip really wants to lift up. I'm going to work hard to scoop right buttock under and make my hip bones point forward. another deep breath in and out. Come back to center and then slowly release. And shake it out. Good work. Standing at the top of your mat, inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, looking up. Either flow through vinyasa or meet me in downward facing dog. We're going to revisit our side plank pose. So I'm going to come first into side plank. Let's do right hand, right foot. Try to get as much of your right foot down on the floor as you can. Kind of show you. I've got my whole foot down on the mat. Start by propping up on the left fingertips. Then begin to lift the left hand. Reach for your left knee. That might be where you stay. I'm going to hook fingers to big toe, just like we did in standing, and begin to straighten the leg. Push the floor away with the hand and turn your gaze towards the ceiling. Ekapada Vashisthasana. We'll slowly release. Second side. Coming onto the left hand and foot. Notice I turn my foot. Get as much of that foot in. That means shortening my stance more than I would in regular side plank. Then I lift the right knee. Come onto the right fingertips. Slowly lift the right hand once you feel balanced. Hold the knee. That might be where you stay. I'm going to grab my big toe. Begin to stretch my legs straight and lift my gaze. If you fall out of it, you're in wild thing. Take another moment. If you need to revisit a couple times, that's great. Let's return to down dog. Optional vinyasa. Then we'll meet in child's pose, lowering the knees, sitting back on the heels. Deepening the breath, slowing it down. Take one more deep breath here. Sit back on your heels. Swing your feet in front of you. Slowly roll onto your back. Rolling down. Hug your knees in to your chest. And we're going to do a twist. So I'm going to open my arms out to a letter T. Scooch your bum about 3 inches to the left side of your mat. So I'm going to scoot it over. And then I'm going to let my knees fall to the right. So I come onto that right hip, my knees come over. Feel free to use your right hand to guide those knees to the floor or towards the floor. Now scooch your head about 1 inch to the right and look at your left hand. So you're going to turn your head to the left. Your whole spine is twisted in this position. Take another deep breath. Inhale your knees back to center. Scoot your hips all the way to the right side of your mat now. Pick them up, scoot. My shoulders stay to the left, so it's going to feel a little wonky at first. Then my knees will come across to the left. Notice how close my knees are to my chest the whole time. And then work that right shoulder down against the mat. Sometimes you have to push with your left elbow to twist your shoulders, your torso, the opposite direction of your legs. Head moves to the left and then looks to the right. Take some deep cleansing breaths, using that exhale to twist a little further. And with your next inhale, come back to center. A little bridge to even everything out. Lifting your hips up. And then we're going to roll through the spine, starting from the shoulder blades, rolling the shoulder blades, the upper back, the middle back, the lower back. And then the tailbone comes down last. Open your arms about 45 degrees from your body. Stretch your legs out. If you need to do any last stretches, go for it. It's Shavasana time. If you are ready to rest, to just integrate all of that good work that we did. Returning to your breath. Relaxing every part of your body that's holding any tension. Starting from your feet. Working up to the hips. Melting the ribs, the back, down. Feeling your shoulder blades soften into your mat. The elbows, the hands are relaxed. The shoulders, the jaw, and the face soften with an exhale. This is where I'll leave you. I encourage you to take 5 minutes to be in your body without having to do. And notice what comes up for you.